Hello and welcome to another Player 2 unboxing. I'm your host Paul James, and today I'm cracking into the Mass Effect Andromeda Collector's Edition. There were multiple editions of this game available, some involving an RC car, remote control car, others that didn't. So firstly, I unsealed this box before, expecting to find a box within it that would, be really well decorated and have Mass Effect Andromeda and a bunch of cool art from the game. But instead, when I cracked open the box, my edition that I picked up today in Melton, I was greeted with, not that, this packaging is in fact the packaging for the collector's edition. So the first thing I saw when I got into it was my copy of Mass Effect Andromeda, which contains a nice little message from the developers. I've got DLC codes in there, and of course the main attraction, the game itself. Some cool artwork, how far will you go, the BioWare, Frostbite, EA logos, all that sort of stuff on the front. So the game itself. Peeling away the plastic in front of it, we're greeted with another box, and this time it appears to be decorated in some fashion. I'm quite thankful for this plastic bag, because it makes removing it from the box a little bit easier. I still find this to be a very strange choice. Why there was not a box that contains kind of everything, like we saw in, say my recent Zelda unboxing, is totally beyond me. But I opened this up to get the statue of the Nomad. Now mine is not the RC car, mine is just the statue kind of cast form version of it. But I've got Mass Effect Andromeda Collector's Edition in multiple different languages, the Nomad ND1. I get a bit of a look at it from the back here. What it does is opening and closing doors, there's a pop-up drone, it's powered by 3 batteries that are not included, illuminated lights and a few other bits and pieces. It does also include the steelbook for the game, which is apparently inside. So why everything couldn't be in this is beyond me, but we'll find out later. Again, a bit more art, a little simpler. I'll crack through this seal. Thankfully got a screwdriver handy to do that. And we're in. This is a bit better. Here's my quite attractive steelbook. Andromeda Initiative on the back, Pathfinder logo on the front. There's some plastic protecting that a little bit. There's contours here, so you can actually feel the words, you can feel the logo. That's quite impressive actually, I like that. Opening again, you'll see the Nomad in action there, driving across a sand dune. And of course a space for the disc and anything else that I'd like to transfer across, which I will do at some point. So there is our steelbook. Diving further into it, we've got a quick start guide which will be for the car itself. I'm interested about these batteries. I could have sworn I ordered a version that wasn't remote controlled, but we'll see. Moving a little bit of foam from that, we're greeted with the main attraction here, which is the Nomad. Prying that gently from it. Again, keep in mind batteries are not included here, so I won't be able to demo it in use too much, but we can see the wheels rotating quite comfortably. I could see future children of mine, I guess, but any child thoroughly enjoy. It's quite weighty. This is not a flimsy thing. There's lots of little parts that you can kind of press. There's probably some bits that could be broken off quite easily if you're not careful. But this is a somewhat weighty little car here with little bits that lift up. We can see inside on both sides. It appears. There we go. We've got the pop-up, pressing the little button on the top here, pops up the drone, or the turret specifically. We can see the underneath, the rear, basically every angle of the Nomad here. there's plenty of bits to it. It's not. Yeah, I expected this to be kind of a pretty solid, simple sort of thing, but there's a little bit more to this. I'm not too sure where the batteries go. There's a slot for the batteries here at the bottom. I'm not too sure then, once that they're inserted, how I actually power the thing on, but that's a discovery that I guess myself and anyone else who's picking up this edition can make. I'm really quite impressed by this. Expect to see this as a prop in future Patched and Video Games Club episodes, I suspect. I'm quite taken with that. It'll sit nicely alongside both Aloy and my Master Sword. So I've got some instructions there which I guess I'll read at some point. That'll direct me to where I'm putting my batteries. But that is, we'll resituate these two. That is the remote control car there that goes alongside the game itself, the steelbook and everything inside it. A bit more foam. There's nothing else left in the box here, so nice and empty. But that there is your unboxing for the Mass Effect Andromeda Collector's Edition, the die-cast replica of the Nomad. So, let us know in the comments what you think of it, whether you've picked one up yourself, whether you got the remote-controlled version of the Nomad, which I'd really like to see it in action, but I couldn't justify an extra 150 or thereabouts Australian dollars to pick it up. As it is, this version itself cost a lot. And I'm getting married this year, so I can't afford to splash those sort of dollars out, not without getting a really nasty look from my wife-to-be. But I'm really quite taken by this. They're kind of cushy. I'm going to mess around with a lot more off camera, but thank you very much for watching. Make sure for all things Mass Effect Andromeda, and we are going to have a ton of that stuff on Player 2 over the course of the next week or so. Look for articles from a range of different writers about it, including myself. I'm sure the game will be discussed in upcoming episodes of Patched. And of course, stay tuned for reviews and any other content that might appear for the game. This is the die-cast replica of the Nomad. My name is Paul James. Visit the website at player2.net.au. Paul James P2 on Twitter, Player2AU on Twitter, and obviously hit up all the other writers because they're fantastic people. They've got really lots of cool things to say that they'll direct you to surely on the site. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later.